Hello YouTube and welcome to my channel, Piece of Artwork 13. In this video I will be doing a product comparison and review of each of these styluses here. I have the Adonic Jot Touch 4 and I have the Hex3 JaJa stylus, and I put it back in the packaging and everything, and I'll explain that to you in a second. Unfortunately, I can't do a review on my iPad because I'm recording with my iPad, and that's why the video is, kind of moving around. But I can't sit my iPad down because if I do, it's too close. So I have to hold it. But I will try to make the best of this, and I have a hammer in this video, and you will see later why I have that. Now, to start off, I will say that originally I bought this one. And the reason why I bought it is because I looked online and I saw reviews. Oops. The reviews weren't so great on the stylus. Pretty bad, actually. And the only reason why I picked this one up in the first place is because on Procreate forums, a lot of artists on there and people who use that app talk about how great this stylus is. So I was like, I'll get it. Well, big mistake. First of all, this stylus right here, I couldn't even review it on my iPad if I wanted to because it's defective. Yeah. And the thing about it is that this stylus is brand new. I did buy it brand new online, and it worked for like 10-20 seconds. And I did everything correctly. I had put in the battery like it told me to, because you just unscrew this. I'm working with one hand right here, people. Please try to be a little patient with me. Oh, I done dropped it. Okay. Anyways, I put in the battery. You put in a AAA battery. And I hold the buttons and everything. It explains it in the instructions in the box right here. And I did all of these instructions correctly. Focus. Yes. And I did everything correctly. The first app that I put it towards use in is Procreate. And it worked, like I said, for a few seconds. It was okay. The pressure sensitivity was not all that great. And after that, it just stopped working completely. Even when I pressed the tip on the screen really hard and everything, it would not register a mark. And so I'm like, this is strange. And I know how Procreate is sometimes when you hold down a certain spot for too long and it goes to the white, like the white part of the screen. That wasn't the case. I did have a color. I had like a pinkish, almost fuchsia color that I was testing it out with. And that color was still in the color box, the color picker box, and it just would not work for nothing. Mind you, I was in a quiet room. I didn't have any sounds because I know this is run by a mic. And the Teflon tip, which is the improved tip over this little clear plastic tip right here, was the first tip that I used. And so I did not even use that tip. I used this tip first, and even then it just would not work. And I have something stuck in my nail. That is disgusting. It's probably like a little bit of cheese from pizza. I'll get it out. Sorry about that. That's not professional. But anyways, this isn't about my nail. This is about the stylus. As far as build quality goes, when I first held it in my hand, I did like it. Even the cap and everything that goes with it, I liked it. I don't find the cap too hard to put on or put off. And I like the design of it. The only thing I didn't like was that this is the only color it comes in. And it's like an orange. But, that wasn't a big deal because I like the gray and everything else. Now, the thing with this stylus is, like I said, I purchased it brand new, and after it stopped working, I contacted Hex3 support online, and I went through a bunch of emails back and forth with them. They wanted to know what was going on with the stylus and stuff, and they contacted me pretty fast. So I give them that. Their customer support was good. But after which, I did everything they asked me to. They asked me to go through the original person I purchased it from for warranty inquiries, and that's exactly what I did. And I got the receipt from the seller and everything. So I'm thinking, okay, I can get this replaced now. They told me I could get it replaced. They did say at first I have to go through this original seller for warranty inquiries, but they said if it's not functioning correctly and once I provide them with all the information they need, they will ship me a stylus replacement. Okay, and I did everything. I gave them the receipt that the seller gave me, and then guess what they did? They refused to give me a replacement. They said, we will not send you a replacement because it's a secondhand product. What on earth is that supposed to mean? This stylus was brand new. It wasn't secondhand. This is an official Hex3 JaJa stylus. It says Hex3 on the stylus itself. They assumed that because the seller, I don't know, the seller had a receipt and all this other stuff, and that the seller bought it from them and then sold it to someone else brand new, that it was a secondhand product, and it's not. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. This could have been a gift. This could have been, you know, I'm buying this for someone and I sent it to them. They don't really know the situation with it, and I handled all the information. They did tell me they would replace it before, and then after I gave them the information they wanted, they told me they weren't going to replace it. Not only that, after I continued to contact them and say, okay, well, if you can't replace it, at least, you know, give me some instructions on what I should be able to do. I've done everything. They've told me to replace the battery and all this other stuff, and I did. And none of that stuff worked. And so after that refused me another stylus under the warranty, because it did have warranty, because it was brand new, it was never opened or anything. They stopped contacting me, and whenever I send them an email, they never reply back to me, and they used to reply back to me in like a few hours, and so now they're purposely ignoring me, and I hate that. So that's already a strike against their stylus. After that, luckily I was able to get a refund through PayPal, and thank God for that. But anyways, this was the original stylus that I was anticipating, and I wish I would have bought this one first to avoid all the drama with this stylus. This is the Jot Touch 4, and I have a Jot Touch Pro that I used for art before, but I wanted something pressure sensitive. And this stylus has like a dampening tip, but it's not really, you can't really feel it going down. You can't see it either, but the disc on the top is very, very small. Focusing, as you can see, and it has a circular metal pad, and that's what conducts the substitute for a fingerprint. This stylus is this tip itself is not very responsive, and it scratches the screen. And luckily I do have a screen protector on, and you might be like, oh, well, that's why the stylus isn't working right. No, I contacted their company, and that's one of the things that they asked me, did I have a screen protector on when I was using the stylus, and I said I did. And they said that screen protectors on your iPad will not affect the functionality of the stylus. Sometimes it will, most of the time it won't. It's very rare that it will, so that was not the case. Overall, I'm much more happier with the stylus. I like that I don't have to go out and buy batteries. It just kind of clips to that. It's a very strong magnet, as you can see. And also the case for this, I like this case better than this. This is like plastic, and this is like cardboard. This case, you know, you just kind of open it. The stylus was in there, and then you have this backing, which you, once you open this part, you take this out of it, and then you just kind of slide out the cards. Now, most of the stuff that's going to teach you how to use the stylus and help you is going to be online, but I found it easy to go online and find support for this stylus than I did for this one. Like, this, it's crazy. There's like almost no support. They're just telling you about the stylus rather than how to get it to function and things like that. I'm going to put this back in this thingy right here. This is kind of like a, well, this part is kind of like cardboard. This is kind of like a styrofoam. I don't know. It's not all that great. But thankfully, I did get the stylus that I wanted originally in the end. I'm so much more happier with this one, you guys. This stylus, do not get this stylus. Please, I beg of you and everything in the world that I live for and everything, please do not get this stylus. This company, this stylus, they're both terrible. And a lot of reviews online will confirm what I am saying. I'll also let you in on a little secret about how terrible their company is. They have a YouTube channel, Hex3 Products, and they were showing a demonstration video of this stylus versus another one of their tips that they're supposed to be coming out with that's a rubber tip. And the Pogo Connect and the Jot Touch, and they were doing like a vertical line, and like they were doing each separate stylus at the same time, and they made it look like the other two styluses were just shitty compared to this stylus, when in reality this one is shitty. I think the Adonic Jot Touch that they were using was the first generation, because this one is a hell of a lot better than this one, and the Pogo Connect. And I wish I could show you. Maybe in a different video, I will show you how this one works. I can't show you how this one works, like I said before, because it does not work. It's defective. The tips do not even respond to the touch on my iPad, so it's just not even worth it. But for this one, I love this stylus. I'm very happy with it. It's very responsive. Even at the lightest amount of touch on my iPad, I was still able to register a mark. Unlike this, where even I had to press hard, pressing just deep hard and like pretty much scratching my iPad screen protector, it still would not show any type of touch. I'm just gonna, ooh, I don't want to drop the cap. Plus I like that the cap screws on rather than clicks on this stylus as well. I like the color of this stylus. The buttons feel more stable. Overall, just this one is better. The build quality feels a lot more stable as well. It doesn't feel like it's gonna break or, you know, pop. I will tell you something. I forgot what I was gonna say. Like, even when this stylus worked for a few seconds, the pressure sensitivity was not that great. It was pretty much like the old Jot Touch used to be. You know, it wasn't like a smooth transition of pressure sensitivity. It just kind of looked like light, medium, dark. You know, on this one it's very smooth, and I will demonstrate this in a video. I'm gonna have to buy a camera with a little tripod or something to be able to record myself on my iPad. But I will be doing a review of this on Procreate and how well it works. It works well in the other apps as well. This does not. Another thing that I don't like about this stylus that I absolutely love about this stylus, this has Bluetooth. So this is like connected via sound, and there's like the mic that it picks up. They say that you're not supposed to hear it. I actually can hear it a little bit when I'm turning it on and when I'm trying to use the stylus, because it's just defective, it's not working. Everything is just wrong with this stylus. As soon as I got this one out of the box, turned it on and did everything I did with it, it worked perfectly. I fully charged it with this. This worked perfectly. Nothing was wrong with this stylus. You also get a replacement tip. with this. I don't know what I did with it. I don't know if I have it in here or because if you slide this out, this is actually where the USB charging port was in the tip. The other tip was somewhere in here, but this is the little cards. Doing all this with one hand is hard. Aha! There we go. And all you have to do to replace this is just pull this disc out of it. I'll demonstrate that in another video. This is basically a review of how I feel about these two styluses and which one I think is better. They're both the same price, and to me, I would rather pay for the JaJa Touch 4 with the amount of things that it does and how well it works compared to this. I mean, think about it. Just think about it for a second. This stylus right here has twice the levels of pressure sensitivity. It does not require a battery. It does not require you to be in a silent area in order to be able to use it. It comes with its own charger, so you don't have to go out and buy stuff for it. It also has extra features such as palm rejection, things that this does not have. It also has a hell of a lot better customer support, because whenever I contact on it, I always get a reply no matter what the problem is, which I haven't had any problems with it. I was just contacting them about warranty support, and they were helpful. Hex3 not only ignored my emails, they refused to replace it. So that right there, they're refusing to stand by their products. And then on top of that, when I went on there, I think this was what I was about to say before and I just kind of forgot. When I went on their YouTube channel, Hex3 Products, about 3 months ago, I had put on a comment on one of the videos about the separate styluses versus each other. And I said, I don't know why this video is getting so many dislikes. Everything looks fair to me. And it did. But it has a lot of dislikes on the video. And now I understand why. I put another comment today saying that the JaJa Touch 4 is a much better stylus to buy, and that the JaJa that they were using in the video had to have been the first generation one, because the JaJa Touch 4 is way superior to the Hex3 JaJa. And they blocked me on their channel. And I'm just giving my opinion. I'm giving my honest opinion about how I feel about the stylus and how I felt about the company and the support. And they blocked me for that. So that just kind of shows why most people do not go for this stylus. I would definitely recommend you go for a stylus with a established company rather than this. Also, you don't even have to get this stylus. There's another stylus coming out by Wacom themselves, which I am so happy about. I'm ecstatic. I'm definitely going to be picking that up. This was the closest thing to a Wacom stylus you can get. But Wacom is going to be coming out with the Wacom Intuos Creative Stylus for the iPad, which is going to be pretty much the same as this. It's going to have the same amount of pressure sensitivity. The only difference is it has, well, it has a lot of differences, actually. Wacom, I would definitely recommend the Wacom stylus over both of these, and I haven't even gotten one yet. I just know it's going to be amazing, because all their products are amazing. They're like the kings of the digital art world. And so, if you're in the market for a stylus and you're okay with waiting till around October, because I think that's when that stylus is supposed to be released, then I would say wait. Sorry about my trash. I'm going to recycle that. But I would say wait. I would definitely say wait for the Wacom stylus. If you cannot wait for the Wacom stylus, get the JaJa Touch. 4, that is. If you have an older generation iPad, I don't know what to say. Because as far as I'm concerned, there really is no good pressure sensitive stylus for the iPad 2 or the first generation iPad. And this works on all of them, but this is a terrible stylus to get. Not only for the stylus itself, but for the company. And I don't want anybody on YouTube who's serious about art going out to buy this stylus, and then something happens to it like it did with mine, and then the company not replace it, and then that's just like a waste of $100 on a stylus that you can't even use. So I am completely done with Hex3. I hate their company. I hate this stylus. I doubt, like, even the new stylus that they're coming out with, the Notice stylus, that's not even worth the money. You know, that's going to be like 30 something or 40 something dollars. And all it is a thin tip stylus that you use with a battery. And I'm like, well, what's the point of that? You know, it's dumb. Like, they're making styluses that aren't even really going to be useful. And the styluses that do seem useful are crappy. So I would not recommend you go for this stylus at all. Go for the Adonic Jot Touch if you can't wait. If you can wait, go for the Wacom and 2.0 stylus. Even the Pogo stylus. I think even the Pogo stylus would be a lot better than this. You know, all reviews online say that Pogo and Adonic is the way to go. Most of the reviews I see online, other than like Procreate forums, say that this stylus is don't get it. So I have a little surprise for Hex3 if you're watching this. I have this hammer, and I think you viewers know where I'm going with this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to break it. I've gotten my money back for it. I don't want any Hex3 products in my house. I hate this stylus. And just as a way of a thank you, let me not be sarcastic about this. Just as a way of a fuck you to the company, I'm going to break your treasured piece of crap. I hope this works. Did that work? Ooh, it's definitely cracked a little. I'm going to take it out and break it this way. It's cracking, it's cracking. I wish it could stay still. You hear that? I'm loving this right now. You don't want to respond to my emails? You want to block me from your channel? See if I care. Your company sucks. This stylus sucks. I wish I could. Bam. Look at that. That's beautiful. Let me just kind of. Let's see if I can pull this off. Let me just crack it right here, down the middle. That's how cheap this is. I could just break it in half with my hand. Honestly, the hammer kind of helped me for this, but I'm pretty sure I could have broken it in half with my hand just by itself. So yeah. I wish I could break this too, but I don't think I can. But I definitely did put some scratches on it, as you can see. That's beautiful. I'm very happy about the work that I did here. And I strongly suggest that anybody who has a Hex3 JaJa do the same thing and get yourself a stylus worth Get yourself a stylus worth keeping rather than a stylus worth throwing in the garbage. Oh, and might as well just break that too. So that is my review of the Hex3 JaJa and Dawn It Jot Touch. And this review, I guess some people might call it a little biased, but it's not really my fault. The company made me this way. You know, they made me hate them. They made me hate their products for not helping me with my problems and treating me like an outcast. Like I didn't pay good money for something, like I didn't support their company, like I was worth nothing to them. So, you and your company products aren't worth anything to me, and that's why this is broken, and it will be going in the trash. Thank you everybody for watching this video, and I hope you have a great day. Goodbye.